now that we've understood the entire data science life cycle, let us actually look at some interesting tasks of data science or data mining. So let's start off by understanding anomaly detection. So as it is stated over here, anomaly detection is just identification of unusual patterns or outliers in the data which we have. So normally, this anomaly detection actually comes under the data pre-processing stage. So here, whenever we have data, there could be lot of chances where we have incorrect data or we have missing data, or let's say if you have a tabular column, there could be scenarios where the names of the columns are wrong, or maybe different data has been listed under different columns. So let's say you have the age column and the name column, but what happens is the names are listed under the age column and the age is listed under the name column. So you might have all of these different problems, and this is where you would have to take the help of anomaly detection. So the best example of anomaly detection is this. So let's say you have this fancy bar in a city, and the average salary in general of people who go to that particular bar is, let's say, around $100,000. But one fine day, suddenly Jeff Bezos decides to go to that bar. So on that particular day, when Jeff Bezos visits that bar, the average salary of everyone who goes to that bar increases significantly. So initially, the average salary was only $100,000, but when Jeff Bezos goes to that bar, the average salary, let's say, becomes $1 million. But the problem is, this is actually wrong. The result which you get, an average salary of $1 million for that particular day is not $1 million. It is actually $100,000. But you get this result because over here you have an anomaly who is Jeff Bezos. So Jeff Bezos is the anomaly over here because the data is screwed when he comes into the picture. So these are some of the data points which you would have to consider. So you will have data points at extremities, and you can't allow the data points at extremities to influence your whole data. So consider this. Let's say if you have 10 data points, and out of these 10 data points, 8 of these, their values lie between, let's say, 4 and 6. But the two extremities, you have only 2 points whose value is equal to 20. So 8 of your data points lie between 4 and 6. You have only 2 data points which are exactly equal to 20. So over here, because of these 2 data points, your entire average is skewed to a higher value. So that is why you would have to take care of all of your anomalies. Then we have another data mining task or data science task, which is association rule mining. And this is used to find interesting association amongst different entities. So a perfect example for this is the beer diaper syndrome. So long ago, maybe around 10 or 15 years back, there was this case study done by a supermart where they wanted to find out the relationship between the buying patterns of different customers. And when they were doing this case study, they somehow understood that when a single dad comes into the store, or maybe when a dad comes into the store to buy diapers, there is a very good likelihood that he will also buy a can of beers or a bottle of beers along with the diaper. So this is a very uncanny relationship, isn't it? So someone coming into the store to buy a diaper for his child buys a can of beers along with the diaper. So this is an interesting relationship which you will normally wouldn't be able to find without the help of data science. So over here, this supermart has used some association rule mining techniques. So they wanted to understand the association between buying different items, and with the help of this, they understood that if a dad comes to the store to buy a diaper, then there is a very good likelihood that he will also buy a can of beers along with it. So this is what is normally used in upselling or cross-selling items. So if you go to a store, you would see that, let's say, all of the candies are arranged at a single space. All of the medicines are arranged at a single space. All of the groceries are arranged at a single space. All of the stationery items are arranged at a single space. So why is it done? It is not only to make the store look fancy. It is because, let's say, if you buy a packet of bread and if you also have a milk bottle beside the bread packet, you are more likely to pick up the milk bottle along with the bread packet. Similarly, let's say if you go to the stationery side section, then if you buy a long notebook, there is a very good chance that you might also buy a pen along with the notebook. So this is how stores use association rule mining to upsell or cross-sell items.